Now, one company which is developing a huge site here in Somerset says the government isn't being ambitious enough when it comes to vaccine manufacturing, and it could be helping the rest of the world from right here in the county. Martin Bellamy is CEO of Gravity. Good morning to you, Martin.
Good morning.
For those who haven't heard of Gravity, now I know it's the old Royal Ordnance site in Puriton, isn't it, near Bridgewater. Just go through what you're currently planning to do there.
Well, the site itself is, I think, one of the most strategically important sites in the UK now. It's 650 acres. As you rightly say, it was the previous Royal Ordnance factory. And it is very well served, being at junction 23 of the M5. And we're developing the site to bring some of the world's most exciting companies to the area, and looking to bring those companies that are operating in some of the most exciting sectors, such as electric vehicles, robotics, AI. And it's a great opportunity to really stimulate the Southwest and to bring forward a really, really important site.
When did you approach the government then about helping to manufacture vaccines?
Well, we approached the government about 6 weeks ago, and it was very much off the back of what's been written by the Gates Foundation about the need to have enormous capability for the production of vaccines, not only vaccines that may originate in the UK, but vaccines, hopefully, that are successful, that may originate in other parts of the world, that the UK will then have to produce at real scale.
OK, now what's the issue now then?
Well, I think the issue is, and I do understand that these decisions are difficult, is that the UK really should be at the vanguard of production of successful vaccines at a huge scale, so that we can not only just serve the population of this country, but also we can be prepared to be part of the global solution. Because as we all know, the challenge with COVID-19 is until the pandemic is dealt with on a global basis, then it will continue to still affect us all. And of course, to do that, the world is going to need many billion doses of a successful vaccine or vaccines. And therefore, what surprises us is the lack of ambition to really build these facilities, as the Gates Foundation has been saying really from the start of this pandemic, so that we're prepared not only to deal with this pandemic, but future pandemics. And of course, the priority should be the UK population, but we should also be prepared to be able to produce doses in the hundreds of millions rather than the tens of millions.
Some people, though, may just be hearing this thinking you're just miffed at missing out on a contract to potentially do some big business.
Well, I mean, of course, I mean, people may well say that. I think our priority is for the UK to play a role in the solution to this pandemic. Now, of course, we would love to see the local area benefit from this. It would be a very, very important initiative. But at the end of the day, there may well be other sites around the UK that would be suitable. I think it's really more of a call to action. And the unique thing about Gravity is, as we call it, shovel ready. A project could be started immediately. And there are not that many sites of this scale around the UK where that can happen.
We don't know yet if we will ever get a vaccine for COVID-19. So could this not be in the pipeline for further down the line when we know there is a vaccine? Because at the moment, these promises could be made left, right and centre. Development money could be put into more centres, but we may never find one.
That could be the case, of course, and Sir Patrick Vallance has been very keen to state that. However, the problem is that these facilities do take quite some time to bring on stream. They are complex in their makeup, and the point is that we have to start building real capacity now, so that we are prepared to produce a vaccine when and if it arrives, but also we are better prepared in the future for other problems, other viruses that could come to haunt us in the future.
What's next for the Gravity site then?
Well, we're working with a number of different opportunities in the electric vehicle space and also in the areas around data centers and robotics. So we're very, very excited about the future for Gravity. We obviously want it to host a number of national and international businesses. And at the moment, we're completing work on the new link road that links the site to junction 23 of the M5. So we're very excited about the future of the site and also the impact that it will have on the southwest.
Thanks very much for being on the programme, Martin. Good to catch up with you. Martin Bellamy, CEO of Gravity, the site, the Royal Ordnance Site in Puriton near Bridgewater. If you've been wondering what's there, it's Gravity.